first of all, I want you to take this, copy, paste it on Grammarly because that's the heading. So obviously, I just want you to copy and paste it. That's it. That's the only thing you're going to do to it. Obviously, we're going to change it later on, but just copy and paste it because the headings is the last things that we need to change. Highlight for testosterone cypionite is also a heading. Now, there's a handy tactic that you can use actually. If you want to know which type of heading is this, you can actually just click on inspect element. Okay, and see what kind of element is this. All right, so you can see that it is clearly an H2 tag from here. I'm going to show you another way later on of how you can use Google Docs to find out these headings in order, because there is an order that needs to be respected when it comes to SEO. And so when you're modeling these websites, not only are you writing a high quality article from modeling them, but at the same time, you're actually modeling their SEO structure, because these people respect a certain SEO structure, basically. And so when you're copying from them, you're basically copying all of the good things, all the goody goodies. So let's go, keep copying this stuff, paste. Obviously, I need to just change something over here because highlights for testosterone cypionite, I'm going to copy the entire thing, okay? I want to copy the entire thing up until the ad. Okay, so I want to copy now. I want to come back here and just simply paste the stuff. Okay, you can see that this is H2, but this one was not copied as H2, so I'm going to make it H2. No problem. All right, I'm going to start curating my article. I'm going to leave copying the rest for others or other time. So here you can see that it's 98% plagiarism, copied from Healthline. So Grammarly will be the first to tell you what is the source of this article. So it's copied from Healthline. I want to unclick on plagiarism because I want to start modifying my text. And so highlights for testosterone cypionites, instead of highlights, or I would say something else. All right, information about testosterone cypionite. So that's the first modification, okay? So from now on, I'll just be modifying stuff. Testosterone cypionite injectable solution. Instead of solution, all right, I'll just leave it at that. Injectable medicine is available. Instead of available, I'll write something like is public as a brand name drug and as a generic drug. Instead of generic, all right. Brand name depot testosterone. Testosterone cypionite comes only in the form or exists or as, all right, it gives me a proposition here. Exists only as an injectable solution given into your muscle. Delivered directly by injection into your muscle. So you can see I'm not really so good at writing, but I could figure how to write that. You can give this medication to yourself, so you can deliver. Instead of this medication, I'll write drug to yourself at home. At home, all right, I'll leave it at that. After your doctor shows you how. And instead of that, but you need a doctor to show you how. Right, to show you how. So here, testosterone cypionite is used, instead of use, I'll say utilized or employed to treat. In order to treat, well, I'll just keep it like that. Instead of treat, I'll write cure, because that's another synonym for treat. Symptoms, instead of symptoms, I would say signs of hypogonadism in males. Instead of males, I'll choose men. In this condition, in this situation, instead of males, I'll write men. Men don't produce. Instead of produce, don't create, or I would say don't make enough of the sex hormone testosterone. Don't make sufficient quantities of the sex hormone known as, or famously known as, testosterone. So you can see that I'm only changing words, synonyms and stuff. And at the end of it, I'm gonna obviously run a plagiarism text, and we're gonna make this text better. So now we have written this first part. So first part is done. I'm gonna write the second part. Important warnings, hard effect warnings, or hard effect caution. Okay, hard instead of effects, side effects. There haven't been any long-term side studies done to know. There haven't been. There is not much. I would say there is not many long-term, or there are not many. There are not many long-term studies, or long-term instead of studies. I'll pick another. I would say analysis done. Or instead of done, I would say analysis to determine if testosterone, to determine instead of to determine, to resolve if testosterone replacement therapy, substitution therapy in males negatively instead of negatively, negatively impacts instead of affects heart health. However, short-term studies, so short-term investigations have depicted or revealed that this, instead of drug, medicine, may raise the risk instead of the risk, or raise your heart attack, or may cause a heart attack, stroke, or death risk. Right. Let's say instead of risk, danger. Okay. Liver issues or troubles, instead of warning, caution. Using high doses, or using high dosages instead of or high amounts. Utilizing high amounts of this pharmaceutical or prescription drug for a long or for an extended period of time. Okay. An extended period of time or period can increase or can grow your risk of liver troubles. Okay, these problems or issues or crises include, instead of include, all right, so just comprise liver cancer and hepatitis. These are serious, severe conditions, severe diseases that can be life endangering. All right, I'm gonna write endangering. Okay, so blood clots, caution. All right, this pharmaceutical or this medicine may raise or increase your risk of forming blood clots in your lungs or the deep veins of your legs or in your legs. Instead of deep, I would say veins. And instead of veins, well, maybe there's another thing, but let's just leave it at that. Okay, misuse. Instead of misuse, I'll choose misusage. Instead of warning, I'll choose notice. Testosterone can be misapplied. All right, there is an increased, I would say there is an inflated risk if you take the drug or the medicine at higher, more increased. Instead of doses, I will say quantities. Then instead of doctor, I'll say physician. Prescribes, instead of prescribes, let's pick something else, for example, that defines. Or if you use along with, instead of along, well, if you use along with other anabolic steroids, misusing or misapplying testosterone can cause serious health issues. These issues include or comprise, okay, this and this and that. Instead of this, I will just remove it. So you can remove a bit of stuff. You can remove a bit of stuff if you think that these things are way too negative, but you can remove them. But basically, these things are written on this site, which is a very famous website, your physician instead of doctor or your medic can tell you or can inform you more about the health risks or dangers of testosterone misusage or mishandling. Okay, so we have written this first thing, so we're going to go and write even more. So what is testosterone cypionite? Okay, so we're going to take this entire text and we're going to do the same operation. I know this might seem boring, but this method will allow you to write about anything. Okay, so I'm going to remove these links, okay, because these are links, internal links. I'm going to remove them and I'm basically going to carry on. I'm just going to remove this. Okay, so just remove it and occurs. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this. I don't think this text will actually be beneficial. So because I'm just trying to write something that looks similar, but I'm not trying to go to for writing the entire thing. When somebody asks me to write a testosterone cypionite article, I'm not going to go and dedicate my entire life to writing something similar to that. Not in its entirety. I'm going to have to chop things and remove things and add things. That's how it works. Because if you're going to write a 1,600 article or a 3,000 article, word article, then you're obviously going to need to charge more because that's going to take you a lot of time. And basically, the plan here is to only take about half an hour to an hour to write a $50 article that you will sell for $50, and it should be no less than 1,000 words, right? From 1,000 to 1,200. But basically, that's about it. And generally speaking, you will be able to write those articles using this method. And in my opinion, keep it at that fine line. And so if you receive, let's say, 10 orders, you'll be easily able to, I would say, deliver the orders in this way. You'll be able to deliver them, but do not overdo it. Sometimes you just will spend more time with a customer that's just not going to pay you. So make it clear to the customer that, for example, for 500 words, I charge $10. For 1,000 words, I charge $25. So make it clear what you're charging, what the amount is, and basically, I'm showing you the way right now. So I'm just going to jump the serious side effects because I don't need to do them. And I'm going to jump here to this part. All right. So the goal is to create an article that is 1,000 words in length. And so I believe we can do that. And so we have written that. Now in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how we are going to go ahead and curate the entire article to actually correct all the mistakes and make sure that it is zero plagiarism. And we're going to take it to Google Docs. But before taking it to Google Docs, I'm going to take it to one of my WordPress websites, and I'm going to use Yoast SEO to show you how you can rewrite and how you can optimize the article for SEO, because we're going to be using that as our unique selling proposition. Remember, we've talked about the unique selling proposition, how we can use it to actually differentiate ourselves from the competition out there. And I'm going to show you how we can use Yoast SEO to create that unique selling proposition to convince the buyer that they're actually getting something in exchange for their money. I deem this article to be worth at least $50 because it's a 1,000-word article. So I assume it's at least worth $50. If you sell it for any more than $50, you're just losing money. It's a half an hour to 40 minutes job, but it's worth $50. If you work 6 hours, you can make up to 300, $400 with this method. And so this method works really, really well. So stick around for the rest. Do not be discouraged. Like I talked about, this takes breath and it takes consistency. And so you gotta really want to stay in the pain if you want to get any results.